An exceptionally creepy thing happened on Newsmax this week when host Greg Kelly was interviewing Alina Habba. And Alina Habba made statements during that interview, by the way, that actually made all the headlines. You know, Greg Kelly had asked her, like, hey, how are you feeling about everything? And she said, quote, I don't have high hopes, really that high at this moment, that the New York courts will do the right thing, that the jury will do the right thing, you know, blah, blah, blah. Basically, she said, we're probably going to get a conviction here. And that's the thing that everybody put out in the headlines. But luckily, Aaron Rupar on X, or Twitter, if you will, noticed something even more weird about that interview. The weird thing that actually should have captured the headlines. So, without giving you any context, let me just show you what Mr. Rupar posted on Twitter of this very, very creepy moment towards the end of the interview. Here it is.
Support the campaign and get it out, you know?
And as we say goodnight, if I could see that footage of Alina Habba speaking to the media in that courthouse, and when you come out there and you speak like you do, and quite frankly, I mean, the whole package, it really is something. Even the fake news, they called it astoundingly confident. There's something kind of special happening in those moments. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. I don't know if it feels different, but it's pretty damned impressive. And it seems to me like you're moving the needle in who knows what kind of ways.
Yeah,
do you know what I'm talking about?
Greg.
Go ahead.
I really do, and I appreciate you saying that. I'll be honest, that was...
So Greg Kelly is sitting there interviewing Alina Habba. And then he tells the producers, you know, the directors in the back, he's like, hey, pull up that clip of Alina Habba. You're already talking to her, right? So when you call for a clip, usually it's because, hey, you said a thing here. I want you to elaborate on this thing, but first, here's what you said. But that's not why he wanted to play the clip. He only played the clip so that he could look at her. There was no audio. So there was no reason, there was no context for it, but he's like, play that clip again. Oh, yeah, oh, look at that. And then he starts licking his lips. Like, holy wow, that is the creepiest thing I have ever seen on cable news. Let me see her one more time. Oh, yeah, Alina, that's you. She seemed a little uneasy. I mean, look at that clip again. Like, she did not seem like she was having a good time there. That was weird. It was creepy. Especially coming from a guy who just 12 short years ago was actually accused of sexual assault. Now, charges were not brought against him, but he was accused. And the woman who accused him says that she became pregnant from that incident and was forced to have an abortion. But Greg Kelly's dad also used to be a police commissioner in New York where this allegedly happened. And so, you know, the investigators didn't bring charges against him. They said, no, what happened under New York state law was not illegal. That was the official line. So we don't really know what happened, but we do know no charges were brought. But when you know that this guy has a history like this, you know, at least even just these allegations against him, it becomes even more creepier when he's sitting there like, let me just see her. I don't want to hear her. I just want to see her. Like, that is disturbing. And if I were Alina Habba, I would be like, you know what? Maybe not all of the media attention is worth it. Maybe I ought to start turning down some of these interview requests because that was truly uncomfortable. Like, this is the first time that I have ever actually felt bad for Alina Habba. She should not have had to go through that. That was a creepy incident, and it's not something that should happen ever to anyone. Greg Kelly right there looked like a predator. 100% in my view, he looked like a predator. That was a disgusting thing to do. It was a creepy thing to do. It didn't add any context to the interview, so it was 100% unnecessary to do it. But he did it because I guess, I don't know, maybe he just liked the idea of two Alina Habbas on screen instead of just the one. Either way, it was creepy as hell.